for you today because we're going to be attempting to cut down a tree using a bobcat, and we're going to be reviewing some Makita Dolmar chainsaws and showing you a new attachment called the beak. Now I say it's a pretty crazy show because the tree was actually leaning the wrong way and things didn't go quite the way we wanted it to. Not good. It's not good. All right, and we got the big dog. What do we got? What are you holding, Xander?
Makita, is that the model number?
EA7900P. We're not using that one, are we, Frankie?
No, not the big one.
Nope. Okay, well actually we are going to be using it, just not today. In fact, we have another video coming up right down the pipeline where we talk about the common mistakes contractors make when trying to cut down a tree. And I don't mean dropping it on top of your own shed. Other common stuff. So what are we gonna use today?
I'm gonna use the 5600.
Okay. So here's something that a lot of people don't know. Makita is Dolmar. Dolmar is Makita. What the? I'll say that again. Makita is Dolmar. Dolmar is Makita. That's it. Dolmar, for a lot of people that know chainsaws, has always been kind of viewed as the top of the line, the best of the best. So we're gonna put these to the test. We're also gonna be doing the limbing with their newest electric chainsaws. Limbing? That? You guys don't just limb with chainsaws, so why would we do that in the video? We're gonna actually go out and find another tree and cut it down just using the battery powered chainsaws and see how they work and see what Frankie thinks and see what else we can see. That's a lot of C's. So here's their older model. They're both 36 volt, but you can see that you can actually opt to have a bigger bar put on it. Let me put them side by each. Let's do a top down. Can you do a top down? So let's look at the difference in the chainsaw. So you can see this. You can see the handlebar placement is almost identical, but it has been it seems like it's slightly different. But look at the difference in the bar length right here. Is this handlebar different? No, they're the same. Aren't they?
Looks like it.
They look different. Looks like this one is farther forward.
Have we used that one more?
Well, yeah, but we wouldn't have moved the bar back. The bar doesn't change. So although they run on battery, they still use bar and chain oil on them. So no need to mix fuel, but okay, so yeah, here we go. We got the XCU03 and the XCU04. So this is the latest and greatest updated version. All right, so let's cut down a tree using a chainsaw. Here's the problem we have. Yeah, we always use a chainsaw when we cut down a tree. All right, let's cut down a tree using a bobcat. So here's the problem we have. It's maybe a little difficult to see, but this tree is leaning exactly toward this gray shed, and part of it is leaning towards this red barn. If we just cut down this tree and let it fall where it would want to, it would smash the gray shed and also hit the red barn because it was literally leaning right toward both of those structures, of course. So the idea is we're gonna put the bobcat up to the top of the tree and we're gonna push, trying to get it to direct right where we want to, because it's already leaning the wrong way. We could just try to use cutting techniques to do it, but we have heavy equipment. It's the way we run. All right, you guys that love personal PPE, personal protection equipment, Frankie's actually put it on. I think you put it on just for them, didn't you, Frankie?
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever seen you actually wear PPE before.
No, I don't need it.
Hey, Frankie.
Yep.
Hey, why don't you tell them the story of One Finger Frankie, now that you say that?
Yeah. I got cut off with the chainsaw.
Yes, you heard him right. He doesn't need PPE, but he's also now called One Finger Frankie for a reason. So if you're keeping track, you probably figured something goes wrong with this one. And now you also know that just a few months back, Frankie basically cut off one of his nose pickers with a chainsaw. So my question to you is, why are you still watching us? Do you think we know what we're doing?
So he's notching it the way he wants it to go. So we got the notch on one spot. We did not put pressure
With the skid loader while he's notching it, because we don't want it to bind up the saw. Wait for me, Frankie. Alright, we got the tree almost cut all the way through, and we're going to put the skid steer up to it and see if we can get it to do what we want it to do. So on the next episode, you get to see what actually happens, so make sure you subscribe. I'm just kidding, here it is. I wouldn't do that to you guys, but you should still subscribe.
Stan, he hit his shed a little bit.
Yeah. Not much we could do.
You
Well,
tapped
we
your
only
shed.
hit the shed a little.
Yeah.
Well, it's still there, and that's all that matters.
I figured this was leaning pretty bad.
Yeah, it was. All right, so hindsight's 20/20, and I realized that if I had just jockeyed my skid steer over a little bit and gave a push in the other direction, I could have completely missed the gray shed. But this was our practice tree, guys. The big tree that we still got to cut down, which is right next to the barn, right next to the fox cage, in between my house, is still yet to come. This was a test to see if we could figure it out, and I think we got this. I'm just gonna make sure my wife's not home when we cut down the next one. All right, so a couple things. Frankie, how do you like running that Makita Dolmar chainsaw?
It's nice. I usually run steels, but yeah, this will keep up to it. I got no problems with this.
And that beak, from my experience, running that thing,
That's nice.
that was flippin' slick. I really like the open side on it. So you could grab, you don't have the side rails on it like a grapple bucket. For concrete, for this type of stuff, this is basically a thumb for a skid loader. You know, once you've ran a skid loader with a thumb, you'll never go back, right? Well, the beak, holy crud. That is pretty slick. All right, guys, well, technically this whole thing could have went worse. I think we didn't do too bad of a job. We only hit the shed a little bit where it could have completely smashed it and my barn. But we're not done yet. And the next video you're going to see is we're actually going to, on purpose, demonstrate how not to cut down a tree, because I see a lot of guys, even experienced guys, making the cuts the wrong way, and you would be surprised at just how bad that can go. I just kind of want to share something with you. Frankie actually is a really experienced tree cutter. In fact, he disappears on me between 2 and 3 months every single year. He goes out into the forest and he'll cut and block at least 50 cord a year. This is a guy that loves cutting down trees. So to get him to run chainsaw for me isn't a very difficult thing. Now I hope this has helped you guys out. If it has, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless you guys. Go get them. Oh crap, you're still here? Alright, well then you must really like chainsaws. So you know what? I like to deliver when people like things. So here's a whole bunch of really cool footage that I shot that may not be for everybody, but it's obviously for you because you're still here. So let's bring it on. Let's cut some more stuff down. Frankie, take it away. Now here's something that a lot of guys don't know about these battery powered chainsaws, is I've actually heard tree companies starting to prefer to use them when they're limbing up at the top of a tree, so they don't have to try to climb up to the top and then use 2 hands to pull start it. They just press the trigger and they're in action. Frankie,
Yeah.
what do you think of that?
They're nice if you keep them a good sharp chain on them all the time. I mean, they cut good.
Yeah, but what if you don't have a good sharp chain on it?
You're fighting it, but then you fight that with any chain. So.
Well, I was just gonna say, isn't that the same thing on a gas-powered one then? If you don't have if you've got a dull chain, is this worse with a dull
this
chain?
is worse though. This is more of a fight.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know, because they ain't got the RPM.
So the key to making these things work like a battery or a gas-powered chainsaw is just to keep the chain sharp. Yes or no?
Keeping them sharp is the main. If you keep your chain sharp, you can cut wood. Otherwise you fight and it's just you wear yourself out. Before the day's over, you're wore out.
All right, so Frankie's gonna try to drop a pretty decent sized tree for a battery powered chainsaw. We'll see if it's got the goose power, the horsepower to get it done. We're gonna try to take that one down, huh, Frankie? Wanna try that one? That ain't a big tree.
Oh, this one I can drop this one.
That's a big tree. For that chainsaw, right? For a battery powered chainsaw. All right, we'll see if it'll take it down. You gonna notch it or just cut it straight? Hey, cut it the way you cut it.
All right.
However you cut it. All right, so Frankie doesn't believe in notching a tree. He believes he likes to cut them a certain way. We're gonna see what he does. He straight cuts them. And Frankie's cut more trees down than anybody I know. Like, and we've cut trees our whole life.
How's your battery on that thing? You got enough battery on that, Frankie?
I think so.
See, I've always notched them. I don't know why he doesn't notch them, but Frankie doesn't. But if you can get away without it, more power to you.
This shouldn't have happened, but I couldn't get over there with the saw.
What shouldn't have happened?
Well, I should have been more this way a little bit more with the saw, you know. But otherwise, that's basically how I cut tree down.
How do you, if you cut them down like that, how do you get them to go the way you want to if they're not leaning?
First cut. This is your first cut?
Your first cut. Have you ever had that backfire on you?
Yeah, I guess I have. I'm usually cutting it where it don't matter. If I wouldn't have been doing that lemon, it would have had no problems cutting this down real good.
So you're saying that your battery juices down from lemon?
Yeah, I'm down to probably less than half a battery.
Okay. So the battery, so how much battery you have does make a difference to how much power you got.
Yep.
Okay. So unlike gas, which gives you consistent power all the way through till you're completely bone dry, you've noticed, now is that true? Have you actually noticed that, Frankie? Or you, I mean, have you actually noticed you have less power when you have less battery?
Yep. Oh yeah, you can, yeah. You know.
Because what I've noticed is in the past, it'll run until the battery's dead, then it just shuts off.
Well, it will do that too, but then you can just push the button and get more out of it yet. Like now, I know it's pretty low, but I mean, it'll start up.
Okay, but you feel that as the battery wears down, the power goes down.
Yep. Yeah, slowly but surely, yeah, it does.
Okay. All right.
For me, I mean, that's how I take it anyway.
Ah, well, kind of looked like it when you were cutting down this tree right here, so
Yeah.
Is what it is. All right, guys, we had a lot of fun today. We got to use out the beak, which turned out to be phenomenal. I love that thing. Made cutting down these trees super easy because we could pick them up, limb them up. Got to test out the Makita Dolmar gas-powered chainsaws and Makita battery-powered chainsaws. Put those to the test as well. So let me know what's your favorite brand. I know a lot of you guys love Dolmar, and that was the point of this video. But I want to know what your favorite brand of chainsaw is. Put it down in the comments down below. And yes, we still have some really big trees to cut down. In fact, it's right over there. And we're not going to attempt to do that until we get an excavator. So we're going to make our next video is going to be how to cut down a tree with an excavator.